Hello, Mech fans. I am Raven Dark Shadow, your host for some matchup between FURIA and Great Snack Watch. We're currently trying to get the teams ready. Second here. Well, we got. For now, we've placed the current information sheet provided by Kozen from his uh, tournament info pack. Very interesting particular thing to ponder at times, especially if you just want the stats for this particular. Alright. While I work on that, cruise at your leisure, getting the teams together. Oh, Rio 19. Let's try it out. Of course, chat is broken. CGI. Might try to connect to their Discord because they have no one listed as team lead that I can communicate with. And okay. Oh boy. Discord is on Polish or something. Of an issue. Act. Board. And let's from oh, Stranger is up. Ah, okay. Um. All right. Light stranger come knocking. Guess he. Snack watch team lead. Let's double check here on the schedule. Should be T1 would be FURIA and System Beltmont, of course. Roll making one. Okay. Well, let's invite Roll Ren and invite him to the lobby. Ah, cool. Cool Beans, General Combo, Bro is okay. Beans. Alright, let's switch back to the window here. Delay is, yep, on right now. Okay, let's talk a little bit about both teams. Both teams have both won and lost 2 games. Let's see, what do we have here for the players? For the home team, FURIA with General Combo with bit of here and there. Okay, no worries. General Combo with 5.1 match score per tonnage is Viril 29, 63 assists, and total component destruction on Frio 19 with 49. Wow, that's quite a bit of component destruction there. And for match score per tonnage on the 228 Snacc side, we have FURIA with 7 damage per 7 match score per tonnage, and Whiskey Tango with 52 assists. Total component destruction again from FURIA with 31. And mechs to look out for the FURIA side. The Flea 20 with 6.2 damage per ton. Pretty good. And we have, oh boy, they are known for their Trebuchet 7Ms with 4,203 total damage. And for the 228 Snacc Watch side, we have the Commando 1 Delta with 10 damage per ton. Very dangerous mech by the looks of it for the 228 side. And the Champion 1 and 2 with 5,467 total damage. Okay. Well, deciding on pilot still, I think. Oh, okay. You finally got all 6 ready. slightly over the tonnage, but we're gonna fix that. It is rim plexus. Time 20 minutes. Oh. Okay, we're almost ready to go here. And let's take a quick look at the, whoops, that's not it. Map strat here. Quick preview about the particular mechs positions we're supposed to capture here. So, we have Sigma, Kappa, and Gamma. Only available for capture for this tree cap point tournament, you could say. Epsilon and Data is no-go zones. If we touch that, generally it will run into a sudden death situation where if a team that takes a particular point, or Data or Epsilon, I believe it goes into a total killing field situation. At least that was stated in the rules before, but I can double check it once again. But we're currently waiting on both teams. Looks like Team 1 is still getting somewhat ready here. And it looks all green. 14. Oh. Well, let's take a quick look here on the rules. Tapping points. Yep. Yep. If your team captures the wrong point, you must kill all 6 enemy mechs and achieve resource victory to win. Likewise, if your opponent captured the wrong point, you only need 1 mech alive when the match ends for any other reason to win. Means if let's say if team 1 accidentally capped it and they have all the mechs alive and team 2 had 1 left, that in theory team 2 with the 1 pilot could run around the map, and if he managed to dodge all enemy fire and basically evade them for the whole round, they win. And it looks like Team 2 is ready and locked. Launching. And switching scenes here. Oops, Texan is not here. Is slightly busy with real life. So yeah. Oops. I thought I fixed that. Oh no. Why is that not Right. There we go. Oh, the logos is slightly off. Let me quickly fix that. Snacc watch first. Oh, why is it opening it? Okay, so we have both teams now deploying, and on blue side we have a Wolfhound 2, Grasshopper 5 Papa, Grasshopper 5 Hotel, B20, a Blackjack 11, and a Battlemaster 1 George. 1 Gamma works as well. And on the 228 side, we have, wow, we have 5 crabs, 27 bravos in the drop deck, and a Black Knight 6 bravo. Looks like both teams are going for the Sigma and Gamma cap on their respective sides.
Enemy forces have Sigma. We have Gamma.
Oh, looks like medium laser fire from the flea. Take a quick look. At it. Oh. There we go. Oh, 5 medium laser. Okay. Interesting. Oh, it is the flea 20, so he probably has ECM. And it looks like the crabs are taking the inner point of Epsilon here. Oh, gotta be careful not to touch the point. Looks like Rio's prepared for that particular situation somewhat. You have the lights in front, scouting, and the Battlemaster is a little bit behind the pack though. Looks like 228 launched a UAV right at the corner to see if the FURIA team's lights or any other mechs come for them in the rear. And indeed, that situation has occurred with the flea. And looks like 228 is forming up a line of sorts, trying to oh no, they're actually just over the hill, with the exception of the Black Knight. And it looks like 228 is going for the Gamma cap. And the Flea 20, piloted by Ben Real, is going for the Sigma cap this time. Looks like an exchange of points perhaps. But 228 is slowly approaching Gamma. Cautiously approaching it. You're taking it now. Oh. Large laser fire from the Battlemaster probably. ER larges probably. Take a quick look at the setup here. Yes, 6 ER large. Oh, a strike landed on Aki Man 27 for that crab, and he had about 12% damage from that trade and strike earlier. Fuya's trying to take it, but no go. Looks like Furia is keeping a good eye on. Oh, Stranger Knocking is up at the slight front there. He's slightly trapped. Oh, he lost. Oh, quite a bit of percentile from that. 9% from that strike. An additional 5% from trading fire, I presume. Furia's Flea is taking good scouting position right by Absalon here. Maybe not so good. Oh. Might not be aware of the situation developing with the crabs that are going by the side. Oh no. Furia might be caught off guard. Oh, maybe not. We got the Wolfhound keeping an eye on the rear now. And the crab rush is about to begin for the rear flank. Oh, Wolfhound is actually not looking at their sights at the moment, and both sides are pushing. Looks like the Black Knight is getting the brunt of that focus, but oh my goodness, it's the crabs are slowly just lighting up the Wolfhound now. He is legged. General Combo's legged. Oh no. And his other leg is about to go, and there it went. Oh no. And the Grasshopper and the Battlemaster is being pushed by the crabs. 27 Bravos right now. The Flea is capping Kappa right at the moment, so he can't return back to the team as soon as he can, but I think they just opting for this brawl fight out. LOD Ghost might be next for the count. Oh, looks like the Battlemaster went. Ooh, plenty of mechs on Furia side went down, and it is yeah, wow. Furia is only left with the lead that went for the cap at Kappa. Might have been a slight miscall, perhaps. But 228 managed to capitalize quite well on that particular blank spot. Left open by Furia's scouting light, the Flea 20. And it looks like Gamma's retaken by 228. Very fresh health on Kuya and Stranger come knocking. There you go. Oh no. Yeah. At the moment, the time for Furia does not look well because with the 2-1 cap 2 to 8 will be able to still be able to win this from caps. And if the flea draws it out. Oh, then flea is engaging the crab piloted by Kuya. And he disengages. Giving quite a bit of damage from that raid. That skirmish. General is trying to draw out the one crab to do a 1v1 perhaps. Maybe kite him. Let's see. With the crab's optimum range at usually about 250 to 220 on optimize, while the fleas are medium, I believe. Let's take a look. Nope, just regular medium lasers with an optimum range of 100-ish. It can reach up to 600 range. Trade comfortably at 300 to 400 meters. But it looks like 228 sending off their under 2 crabs after the cap and the flea pilot. And stranger come knocking, spots the flea. He's firing at him. Oh, and Whiskey Tango also spots the target. Benreal is trying to excuse me. Trying to fight as much as he can, but not too sure what he's up to. Oh, he's laying down a strike. And Whiskey Tango does take a bit of a hit there. But again, time does not look good for Furia's mech here. For some strange reason. Sigma is not fully capped. Okay. Oh, and Venril takes a hit to his left leg, and finally other leg was taken by Whiskey Tango. Fantastic matchup here, folks. And it is a 6-2 decision. Hey. We'll try that. Oh, where is my... Reopen it again? Stats. Okay, we'll be switching teams. Yep. Switching now. And let's post the stats for both teams. Wendy chunks it out. There we go. And quickly switch it to that's here. And I will do a bit of a drawing for the tactics board here. Bum. Actually, no. Switch stats here. Ed. They went from epsilon position, wrapped around gamma area with that one light. Oops. Into Sigma. Did a bit of scouting here and there. Finally went to Kappa. Your main team actually stationed right by Foxtrot 10. And major conflict started to happen right around here. So pencil in Kate's team. Actually went back again. Positioned here. And 3 of them went from the side there. Then eventually System Belmont and the Black Knight went in from heavy. Don't have a Battle Master here. Oh wait, Black Knight. Well, let's use the Shadowhawk. Pushed in heroically in with his 2 slightly damaged sorry, not king crabs, regular crab pilots. Leave. They went from here, and finally other crabs went from around the corner, pushed in into the main position of Furia's mechs there with the assaults. Okay, looks like Team 1 is locked. 2. Team 2 is locked. Okay. Launching 2, 1. And we will switch to the lobby there. And let me Still forgot to change the logos there again. Areas. Go. And here we go. And on the blue side, we have the Jaeger Double D, the Vulcan 5 Tango, 2 Assassin 21s, and 2 Warhammer 6 Rogers. While on the FURIA side, we have a Graspa, Hotel 5 Hotel, sorry, MX-90 Mauler, and Vulcan 5 Tango, another Grasshopper 5 Hotel, a Fleet 20, and a Wolfhound 2. And it looks like similar tactics again, except it looks like FURIA has sent their Fleet 20 towards the Kappa point this time. General combo spearheading the advance here for the mechs. And it looks like the Assassin and the Vulcan are positioned on the left side here, right by Epsilon, closer to Epsilon. Well, we have the Wolfhound actually scouting for the enemy's heavies, light pack perhaps. But it looks like 228's lighter lance is getting ready to pounce on the stringed out heavies mechs here. And looks like we missed a strike that by, I believe, the Wolfhound pilot, or nope, it would have been the Vulcan pilot. Looks like they're quite aware of the heavies approaching them on the frontal position. And oh, they're receiving fire from the Vulcan on the top of the wall there. Piloted by Kuya. And the Vulcan has just taken a huge brunt of the damage. And looks like the Flea just deftly escapes that that strike sent by one of the FURIA's pilots. And oh boy, we're seeing oh, the MX-90 is getting a huge huge hits here. Oh my goodness. He actually lost one of his arms, but with that particular setup, doesn't matter about the arms. He's still fine, but ooh, another strike landed on him. Oh boy, we've lost, my goodness, 15% total on the Mauler. He's his side torso is open. Oh boy. And looks like, oh, the Vulcan is just singled out here. He didn't follow the group, and oh, actually been quite a bit of that damage there. And it looks like System Belmont is just over the hill here, trying to sneak perhaps a volley on the MX-90. That's oh, taking a quick oh, he doesn't know there. That's a position right there. pounce on him, but that's fine. Oh, there he goes. And strikes again. Looks like there was no luck on that strike there. RNGesus, praise RNG. And looks pretty grim for FURIA at the moment. Oh, and there goes the MX-90. Taken out by the Double D. Looks like Kuya is still up at the wall there, trading at the Grasshopper and the two Grasshopper 5H. And unfortunately, Kuya was too much in the open on the wall and was singled out by the two Grasshopper. And looks like, oh no, LOD Ghost is legged and he went down by the pinpoint precision fire from the Grasshopper. With a 4-4 battle here, and oh, System Belmont, ooh, he might have advanced a bit too forward without the support of the heavies. FURIA is fighting furiously for a turnaround, and Stranger come knocking takes out Bro Luke. Kulek? Sorry. Bro Kulek. And Whiskey Tango takes out General Combo, and Stranger come knocking takes out Dead Pete, I believe. Ooh, that was a bit of a sticky situation. But where was the Flea? I thought he was with the team. Oh. Oh boy. The Flea's actually he's actually managed to somehow cap all 3 points here. Will this turn into a cap game this time? Looks like 228 is scrambling towards the 2 points here for Gamma and Sigma. Oh, and looks like Whiskey Tango is not proceeding towards Sigma. Maybe might think it's better to chase after the light, perhaps? But looks like Gamma is at least covered by Stranger come knocking. I believe it'll take about approximately 2 minutes. Order for FURIA to completely take this game. And looks like Whiskey Tango is still approaching. This time he's actually going for Kappa and possibly his partner Akiman taking Sigma.
We have Gamma.
Gamma's flipped. I think it would be in FURIA's best interest to maybe contest Sigma for buying some time, but maybe that's not even necessary. Whiskey Tango, though, is going for the Kappa cap. And oh, as the time goes down, I'm not too sure what's the Flea pilot doing. It's not actually covering. Maybe he's just waiting for the the Warhammer to actually chase him through this pathway. And we have Kappa contested. Oh, the flea, is he going to move? And he's moving! Might be a bit far, but he might be able to still, Oh, I guess it wasn't necessary.
Resource point Sigma.
It could have been neutralized, though, and bought time for 228, but they were just a few tickets too short there. So a cap win for FURIA. Congratulations! That was quite a fight. And that was 1, 5. Oh, 5. There we go. And let's post the match scores here. Let's. And let's change the map. I believe Mining Collective. Alright, let's look at this current map here. Switch the screen for tactics overview. Oh, we have a fairly similar situation with both teams going for the Sigma cap. And for Gamma. Except this time, they've sent one of their fleas to actually cap it for Red Team. And see here, as I recollect, there was a bit of fighting. Nope, they actually split their team for blue team again. Between here and here. Tried to do another almost actually went back as I recollect now about it. Red team went from there, went backwards. Region created fire here. And I recollect. Alright. That. Assassin actually went through here. Assassin and Vulcan. And yes, their heavy forces went here. They lost the the lighter lance. Let's take a quick look. And it looks like Team 1 is ready. Team 2 is almost ready. And let's take select Kappa. Light went in to try to help the team a bit, but then probably stopped short over here. See if they call to retreat back. Hold around this corner here. Wait to go for the caps. And oh, I think the light might have actually capped Gamma earlier to fight. Then might have just went from here to this way. There we go. That actually makes sense. And both teams unlocked. Okay. Launching. And launch. And let's change the scenes. Oh. There we go. And let's see, on the red side, we have 2 Assassin 21s, 2 Victor 91s, 1 Vulcan 5 Tango, and a Vindicator 1 X-Ray.
Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
And on the 228 side, we have, oh boy, 5 Champion, 1 November 2s, and a Commando 1 Delta. Looks like the Commando's just speeding through to grab the data cap.
Enemy forces have
And the Vulcan and the Vindicator might actually go and contest that. Oh, Vulcan was just not enough jump juice there. UAV has been launched, and the Commando's long gone. Looks like he's back with allies. General combo. Oh, took 10% from that. Oh, wow, his CT, his back CT is orange. Oh my goodness. From the champion AC-20 and medium pulse shot there. Wow. And it looks like the Victors are carrying heavy gausses, from what I've heard. Yep, 2 heavy gausses. Multiple UAVs launched, both for the 228 and FURIA teams. And strike's been landed. Oof. Major amount of strike damage on 228 there. They've suffered possibly quite a bit of damage there. Around a total of 40%. Oh no, and LOD Ghost just gets knocked out for the count. Oh no, this is not looking good for 228. Oh, and red CT for System Belmont. Oh no! And they managed to take out General Combo. And he was CT open as well in the back. And oh boy, look at that. Oh, the heavy gals. Victor's fighting. And, oh, looks like 228 is losing pilots. Left and right. Oh, no. And Whiskey Tango goes down. The last mech. FURIA is courageously fighting against the Commando 1 Delta with that amazing hitboxes it has. And oh, it looks like his comrades have joined in the fight, and the Vulcan goes down. Oh boy. Looks like the two assassins versus the Commando right now. And oh, another piece comes flying from General, nope, Kuya, sorry. And oh boy, CT open on Commando, and finally, oh boy, what a match! That was quite a pounding there, folks. Whew. And let's on the lobby stats. All right. Now let's take a quick look at the damage and the stats from this match. Looks like Whiskey Tango tried his best to carry the team with the Commando 1 Delta by Kuya. Amazing damage scores from them, but unfortunately did not translate into a win for 228. It looks like the damage scores are a little bit it looks fairly even, perhaps even in 228's favor. But in the end, the pinpoint position of the Victor 9A1s probably did quite a number on 228. And we will be switching the and let's draw up the actual entanglement here. Let's go to the map strat. Alright, looked like I recollect. Went to data. Maps this way. Quite a bit of fighting there. Pushed in a bit. Oh wait, let me double check. Oh, that was FURIA. That's correct. And they stayed here for a little while. Wait, oh no, that was 228. Did the cap thing. Charlie Bravo went here. Add a couple mechs that way. They were back there. That fighting occurred right about here. Bring up the explosion. Quite a bit of entanglement here. And finally, last few explosions there by Mando 2 Delta, 1 Delta actually trying to draw the Vulcan away from the fight. Actually, I think it's fighting around here and turned back to here and was dealt with by the FURIA team. Let's see, what else? Oh, and red team actually. No, it was actually blue team that around here. Red team. It's actually doing quite well, and then FURIA just with that Victor precision heavy gal setups really took the fight to 228 at that point. Even though 228 had the champions pushing up the ramp and all that, they lost out on the final fight there. Let's double check here. Yeah, both teams are still getting readied. So I think that's it for the strat. But we'll just take another peek at the damage scores while they ready up, perhaps. One. Yeah, I flipped the teams. Okay. Oh, okay. Looks like Team 1 is ready. And now it's up to Team 2 to lock up. But yeah, looking from the actual damage score and match score, it is quite a strange situation that developed for 228 versus FURIA. I guess they were quite sharp on their targeting, very efficient launching. 2, 1, and click. And here we go. Let's switch the scene for the fight. Bing. And here we go. So I guess when they're loading up, I won't be able to see the players list, which is really good, I think. Anyways, let's see here. On the red side, we have 228. Oh, we have 3 Vulcans this time. 1 Assassin, 23. Vulcans of 5 Tangos, and 2 Victor 9A1s. Probably heavy gauss, I think. While on FURIA side, we have 2 Assassin 21s, 2 Victor 9A1s, and 1 Vulcan X1. Oh, 1X, sorry, and oh, sorry, that's a Vindicator X1, 1X. Ugh. And the Vulcan 5 Tango.
Resource point Theta is ours.
Oh, and we have the first shots fired by the assassin versus the
We have Gamma.
the Vulcans, and it looks like Roku Luke is actually doing really well against these 3 mechs here. My goodness. Oh, and he eats a strike, 2 strike hits. Oh wow, he's down to 54%. Oh boy. That first few seconds was wow. From 90% to 50%. Feels bad, man. Oh, and strikes are being landed again. Ooh, and heavy gauss firing from Stranger come knocking on the Vindicator at 1X, and he took quite a bit of a beating there. Oh, and Stranger come knocking cashes in on General Combo's Vindicator. And fighting still continues. Oh, Whiskey Tango's at 33% in his Victor, and he goes down along with Ekman. Old Stranger come knocking, comes back with a kill on Zero Soul, I believe. And again, Stranger come knocking cashes in on another kill on the Assassin 21. Oh boy. This is quite a different match from 228 this time. It looks like it's more near field for the victors with heavy gauss and Broku or Lick managed to cash in on 1 kill on LOD Ghost. Oh, and he's quite damaged there with 22%. Oh, he definitely avoids that medium pulse volley there. And oh, he is legged, and he is side torso, and he is finally gone. Wonder where's BZP? And oh, he's right here. Oh, the victor is actually one-on-one somewhat. Oh, and System Belmont comes in for a bit of clashing into that party. And oh, Stranger come knocking took a huge hit on his side torso, I believe. And oh, and finally BZP goes down from Booyah's medium pulse volley there. Oh, and we missed that one. Alright. Let's readjust the scores here. 6 kills for Snacc Watch this time. 3 kills for FURIA. And it is a 2-all situation here, folks. Wow. Just can't tell with these two teams quite evenly matched up. 1-for-1 games. And let's go to screen here. There we go. Okay. While we switch the maps here, not switching the teams. And the final, and not least per se, one of the most balanced map there is. Haha. Canyon Network. I wonder what we'll see from both teams coming out of the gate. But let's see here. Let's draw some weird squiggly lines so that actually I don't quite recollect too much from that fight, but I'll try to recollect from that situation. Let's see, abstract. While we buy some time for the teams to set up. Okay. Situation, they kind of fought mostly. Wait. Area. Went middle. Fought quite a bit here on wait. Great, had 3 mediums at one point at this location here. Furia had that 1 mech. Fought a bit here. Explosions going off here. And quite a bit of fighting here as well. And looks like Team 1 is exchanging pilots, or maybe fixing their mech loadout. So let's look at what else happened in that situation. They had both had victors, heavy gals at that point. Backed off a tiny bit here. Regroup around here. Fighting occurred some more around this location here. More fighting there, and that was pretty much it. And I can remember anyways. Sorry guys, it was so fast. And oh, like Furia also went data on a bit there too. But we're still waiting on both teams here. I guess we'll go into the stats again for the waiting screen here. Amazing enough, though, FURIA did not shy away on a damage number. In fact, looks like BZP did 510 damage in his Victor 9A1, while his partner Zero Soul had a little bit of a team fire incident, perhaps? Strikes, perhaps? It was strange indeed with 68 damage. Team damage, but he did a fair amount of damage on the enemy team, 307. While the Assassin 21 by Brokulek, with 464 damage. Benril with 197. General Combo 140, and El Kazrik 129 there. While on 228, the winning side, we have Stranger Come Knocking with 483 in his Victor 9A1. System Belmont with a close second with his Vulcan 5 Tango. Kuya 440. Not much far behind either. In his Vulcan 5 Tango. Whiskey Tango with 253 in his Victor. LOD Ghost 121 damage. And Ackman with 154, but he did a bit of friendly damage there. Not too bad. Probably one alpha from his SRM, slightly going into friendly's armor there. Teams are still setting up here for FURIA. Looks like in Bravo Charlie positioning here for FURIA. Okay, why don't we take a quick look at the caps for the next map then on Canyon Network. And yeah, we have Sigma as no cap. Gamma as no cap. The new caps that are allowed is Epsilon, Epsilon, Eta, and Kappa. So far it's a 2-2 game between FURIA and 228 Snacc Watch. Okay. So. We have a bit of communications. Great. Jing. Oops. And click. Finally, both teams are ready, and we are switching screens for that last matchup here. Oh, should remind them that we're having the communications going for MWO at Rooms 1 here. That's not, there we go.
Command coming in. Capture and hold the resource point. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
Okay, we've said that little spiel there. And it looks like Epsilon. Oh! The X2. I wonder what that thing has. Oh, it has LBXs and 2 medium lasers. Interesting. And it looks like a heavy push for Epsilon here, folks. Big brawl situation. Oh, Ackman took quite a bit of damage there from the 228 side. Oh, and Stranger come knocking, cashes in on the Vulcan. Oh no, a headshot. Wow. Oh wow. That is quite unfortunate for FURIA here, folks. General Combo is providing. Oh no, and Kuya managed to cashes in on that particular kill. And oh, the X2 is taking quite a beating. Both side torsos are open. And oh, the C1 piloted by Bro. Look, what's that? Oh, LBX and SRMs. Quite an interesting brawling mech there. Oh, Whiskey Tango kills another mech. Oh boy. And FURIA is slowly crumbling from that particular brawl situation. Oh no. And Ackman, oh, goes down for 228. Zero Soul giving his best here with his roughneck, but oh no. BZP went down. And oh boy, this is a 3-2 decision for 228. Wow, what a big brawl here, folks. Yeah, they actually brought 2 Roughnecks, once Charlie, and 2 Bushwhacker X2s. But the 228 brought Victors again? Wait, they used the Victors up already or no? I can't recollect. Oh, I forgot to publish the actual thing there. I should have published it and totally forgot on that one. But it was a final decision for 228. I believe it was kills for FURIA. Looks okay. Double check here. Oh, it was champion deck that they brought. Yep. And they brought 2 victors on the last one, and okay, I got them confused. Okay, all good though. Totally within limits. Hey guys, thanks for accepting the invite for this interview. Fantastic
Thank you for
matches.
inviting.
Oh, no problem at all. Oh, we have a bit of issue here with my voice. Is it robot-y for you right now?
It sounds like you're doing that sometime.
A bit choppy.
A bit of roboticness? Oh, okay. I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay, it seems to be stabilizing right now. Oh, and it dropped again. Oh no.
It's manageable. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, we'll make it happen, man. Don't worry.
All right. Anywho, fantastic matches for both sides. Very impressive strategies on the first 2 drops there, especially from FURIA's first match, as I recollect on Grimplex's. Oh, actually, no, that was decision for 228, I believe. Let's take a quick look here.
Yes, 2281.
Oh,
First.
okay, that's correct. With the crab strategy there, and I believe it was the grasshopper and battlemaster that you brought on that drop. What was your thinking behind the that particular drop, Furia?
Yeah. So from our end, we wanted to try something that we don't do too often, and we really suck at, as you have seen by our defeat, which is long range combat, right? So we have taken all 5 mechs were long range equipped, right? We occupied the highest position. We wanted to fire on the long range, but enemy reacted very, very well and pushed us from 2 sides on their more close quarters medium pulse lasers.
Yeah, indeed, they came in with that tree crab on the rear position, and they pushed in with the Black Knight, taking your full attention for a little while until they popped up there. And 228, please walk us through what were going in your minds when you called the Black Knight to push.
Yeah, so on that one, we definitely weren't expecting it. So props for like surprise strat on that one, and you effectively locked Gamma out from being able from us. We were definitely not able to cap it. At that point, though, I don't know if you guys had ER larges or just regular larges, or maybe you were having trouble holding beams. But I was the crab on Gamma, and Stranger was in front of me in Hotel 9 while you guys were sitting Fox 10, I think, Fox 10 Echo 10, and yeah, basically our paint was getting scratched, and we were in crabs, and you guys were spreading the damage all over the place. So we were just peeking every once in a while, trying to keep the damage, trying to make it look like we were still there and kind of helpless, and really just hoping that your light mech wasn't watching the backside for those 3 cabs to come around. And yeah, eventually we called it. I started creeping up a little bit more. Stranger started creeping up. The Black Knight started creeping up on the corner. And when Stranger called for us to close the pincer, we closed the pincer, and that was it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I believe that Flea was actually looking for a while, and then I'm not too sure what happened with that call, but you told him to go cap, and there was definitely a bit of a blank there from Furia. What was in your mind in that situation? What was happening there, Furia?
Yeah, so we had a lockdown, right? We had a lockdown position where we just occupy it, and we have a view on the 2 caps, right? One was in our end capped earlier, one was decapped, but no one's neutral, right? So we were just watching it, and when you have this kind of lockdown position, we've seen these 2 crabs, 3 crabs peeking out near the south part of the map. We were trying to keep them in bay, and yeah, we missed them slowly coming behind us. So basically, the decision behind FLIA going to the other side was this like long-term investment, let's call it like that, right? When enemy has 0 caps, we tried to go for one additional to speed this up.
Yeah, and apparently on drop 2, that was quite a conundrum for FURIA for losing the main fight for that second drop, but the fleet actually came up on top when he actually took Kappa in the initial exchange, and I wasn't even aware he managed to grab Gamma. And of course, your main team was fighting at again at around Fox 10, and moved over to the Epsilon position. But yeah, on drop 2, Furia, holy smokes, that was fantastic. Actually, fights there though. Taking out the fast medium lance with the 2 Vulcans and the assassin, as I recollect. On drop 2. What was the whole team plan there?
Yeah, so to keep it short, we basically had something similar to round 1 in mind at start, right? We wanted to take long range, maybe switch a few things here and there, but that was our initial plan. When we seen how the first drop went, we wanted to surprise the enemy, take the similar mechs that we have. So when we pick out enemy sees like the similar mechs, similar strategy, right? We went to the same place. That was the illusion we wanted to create. But all the mechs were immediately re-equipped between drop 1 and 2 to close quarter battles, right? So that was it. And the FLIA, the FLIA rushed at the start of the game. The FLIA rushed the Kappa point, the point that is like far away from where we were battling, right?
Yeah.
And the decision behind that was that we observed in the first drop that 228 were taking like very medium tonnage, right? There was no lights, there were no assaults, there were like spread across. So we utilized the speed of FLIA to capture that point and join the fight, right?
And 228 on that particular strategy with your deck in mind. What was the whole thinking there? Kuya.
Yeah. So right. So ultimately, we were coming from the north end. I forget where we were at. Oh yeah, no, we were coming from the south end. So we were, ran through Gamma. We were gonna have slow movers work the outside using their Gauss to open up holes, just try to keep them at bay, and work the fast movers in between, trying to create havoc between Gamma and Sigma. Unfortunately, once we got to around Epsilon between Golf 9, Fox 9, LOD Ghost had, and this happens every once in a while. He got this bug where he could only move backwards and not move forwards.
Oh
So he
no.
was just running around. Yeah, so he was just walking backwards for the rest of that match. There was a slight miscommunication there. I was running fast movers, and I thought he was back in the fight because he was communicating like he was, but really he was just kind of walking backwards, trying to stay alive as long as he could. And then we kept jumping back and forth over the spine. And yeah, I thought Ghost was in the fight, so we were a little too, I think, in my opinion, overzealous trying to trade with the Grasshoppers. We saw a lot of open components. I know the Wolfhound got a CT open real quick. One of the Grasshoppers, his side torso got real soft. And I thought that our Warhammers were moving around the corner of Fox 10, but that was not actually the case. I think they were a little bit further out. And so I was peeking when I shouldn't have. My leg was open. My side torso was open. And so 2 of those Grasshoppers, they looked at me at the same time. I re-peeked the same corner like 3 times, and I was an XL engine. They took me out. They were the unfortunate part there was I wasn't really paying attention to the caps, right? So if I would have seen that we were down a 3 cap, I wouldn't have been peaking because we needed to keep fast movers in the game. But yeah, I had tunnel vision, blood in my I smelled blood in the water, and I went for it, and that's what I got.
Yeah, it looked like the last mech for the medium lance actually went down far earlier than before the heavy mechs pushed up. But yeah.
Yeah, and so they were like 500 meters out when I thought they were within like 300 meters. So I was trading under the assumption, or I was attempting to trade, I should say. I was really just losing trades, under the assumption that I was not the only mech peeking out. In reality, it was just the two Vulcans going out there, and that was my fault.
Well, I mean, maybe a bit of tunnel vision, like you were saying, definitely happened in that high tense situation, and and finally it was a cap decision for Furia's fleet there. Quite interesting uh ending for that. But you managed to win the fight though, 228, and for Furia, fantastic strategizing there with the Flea 20. All right, let's move on to the third drop. This was a really surprising situation, I think, with the champions, I believe, from 228. That was quite. I think the damage numbers were slightly in your favor, but it looked like Furia's heavy Gauss Victor's actually was quite on the ball in this situation. What was going through your minds as you approach Theta? Was there any good recon from the Commando 1 Delta?
Yeah, so we got up there. I got a good UAV up. I saw that they had 3 fast movers down low on the wall and that they were going to try to jump up. They jumped up. It was 3-on-3, and I think we won the initial trades there. So they hopped back off. Um, and at that point, I was getting suspicious that well, okay, so we saw the way they dropped. They dropped Bravo, Charlie, if I'm not mistaken. So it looked like they were definitely going to try to do some sort of medium range, long range strat. We knew that we were most likely looking forward to either someone in Delta 4 or Delta 5 with some sort of medium to long range, trying to make our lives difficult. And that did end up being the case because Team 2 does generally have a better chance at pulling off long range strats because of the gaps in between the buildings on the east side of Theta.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I was suspicious that we were only seeing 3 of them. I looked over to where Delta 4 was, and I saw a Victor come around, and I think someone took like a really heavy hit. One of the champions took a heavy hit on his left side torso. So I ran straight up to that wall, tried to hug it. I put up a UAV and dropped a strike. And yeah, I think we were just late on the reaction. So we had guys sitting on Gamma, and I think it was just, God, it could have been anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds, a little bit too long trying to full out cap that. They caught up to the fight at Theta a little bit too late. So really, we were fighting at Theta for about 20 seconds, like 3 versus 6, as opposed to 6 versus 6, if that makes any sense. And again, story of the match, like last time, pinpoint front loaded damage. Like, even if they did less damage, just the ability of that heavy Gauss to punch holes through our side torsos is out of control. As the commando, I tried to wrap around Delta 4 and like try to cause some havoc, but they were quick on it. They reacted. My back got opened up real quick, so I really had to run the long way around, try to do some other things. Ultimately I was able to isolate one of the Vulcans, take him out. I was really close to taking out one of the Wolfhounds, but really, yeah, story of the game. Those heavy Gauss really wrecked us from up high. I thought we had a chance. One of the Victors fell off. I dropped a strike, and I think he overreacted and backed up a little bit too far. So they didn't control the high part as long as they could have, or should have, I should say. But still, again, it was just that 20 to 30 seconds where we were fighting 3 or 4 versus 6 that really lost us that DPS fight early.
Mm-hmm. And general combo. I guess that was a pretty picture perfect situation for your victors looking at those champions as they approach Data. What was in your mind as your team spotted them out?
Yeah, so plan worked pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
The only flaw I would say was me being in Vindicator, where I have to give like big props to your light players, light mech players. Within the first like 10 seconds of engagement, I had like super red bug already on Theta, right? So that was like super scary, right? But then somehow the team managed to cover me enough that I came back. So our medium lance went from Charlie to Theta. We encountered there a big fight, right? So we immediately disengage, while our heavy team went from Bravo to this north of Theta Overwatch position. They provided us cover while we were disengaging, And then, of course, I have to give very big props to my team. They managed to perfectly, I would say, stick out of the positions, shoot, get back. So basically play the best MWO you can, while not taking too much hits, deal as much damage as possible, right? So you were pushing from Theta to us, and I feel like in this period, in this like 20 seconds period, we done like 5 times damage you were able to do.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
absolutely.
think that was the game changer here, right? Then when you come to the Theta, it was like full out, everyone shooting everyone, everything on everything, so like big mess. And I think this point when you were switching from Theta to us, that was the game winning point for us, which enabled us to just finish you off within the
Yeah.
close quarters.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's the story of the fight. The big holes punched real early in that match, and then we got funneled into the Delta 4 grid. We quick AAR after that match. We were just like, everyone was saying it like it was just narrow. We were running into each other, we're backing up, like trying to win trades, but couldn't get back out from getting. Yeah, it was rough. I mean, who knows what the right answer would have been there? It could have been a mech lab loss, but it was closer than it looked, but also not.
Yeah.
Very good match. You guys played it well. You had a plan. You stuck to it.
And that was really great, that's for sure. And let's move on to our fourth drop here. That was a bit of a tricky situation for Furia there. I was just wondering, there was a point where you had 1v3 and you were doing quite well, but after that strike landed twice, oh boy, that turned quite ugly there, Furia. What was going on there with the rest of the team?
Yeah, so we had similar plan we had in first match, just to switch to mirror it basically around the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were expecting our enemy to expect the same, so we have made few adjustments. I don't want to go into details too much for the sake of time and
Oh,
to
okay.
not sleep the viewers, but basically we made few adjustments to ensure that we'll be ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
And for the first part of engagement, I would say that indeed we were a bit prepared and we were expecting that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then, yeah, you guys have you have basically cut a hole in us, like in our line, where a few of our mechs were on your left, so on south basically of the maps of the Foxtrot 4, and few are on the north of this compound on Eco 4, right? And very good focus fire and very good adaptation of the heavy gauss basically, right? I believe in the drop 3 there were no heavy gausses, while in drop 4 there were quite a few of them, and yeah, I died pretty fast to like very focused fire from your heavy gausses, and yeah, very well played, very well adjusted.
Mm-hmm. But it looked like BZP really tried to carry the team, though.
Yeah, was close.
Hmm. And 228, the winner of this particular conflict. What was the whole plan there after witnessing the first strategy on drop 3?
Yeah, we weren't really reacting to what happened on drop 3. We just, we came in with a plan. Again, we're not really big on changing last minute going into it unless there's like some major stuff we see.
Mm-hmm.
Initial plan was fast movers in Echo 5. If we feel comfortable enough, we'll move up high on Echo 4. With the slow movers Echo 6, if we feel comfortable, then move up to Echo 5. It panned out that we got to Echo 5 and felt really comfortable on Echo 4. When we got high on Echo 4 and saw that we were winning the numbers on fast movers, I think it was like 3 versus 1 or 3 versus 2 up
Yep.
high. We decided to just kind of play ring around the rosy up there. It fell apart a little bit. We did get a UAV and saw that you guys were stacked heavy on the southeast corner of Echo 4. There was some miscommunication there. I forget who, but somebody like poked that corner and really got punished for it. And you guys got up early there. But once you guys started getting up higher on the southeast corner of Echo 4, the 2 Vulcans, we started playing ring around the rosy. I got 2 very good strikes. You guys were balled up real tight up there. It looked like you were running into each other. And then I was just like trying to take out back shots. I was trying to turn your Victor around as much as possible. And your last Victor, I was playing Ring Around the Rosie with him for a little bit, where I would hit him in the back, tried to drop a strike, put up a UAV, ran around the other side, saw that he was chasing me, did that for a little bit. And I effectively kept him out of the fight for, I don't know, 15 to 20 seconds. And I don't know if that made a huge difference or not, but it allowed us to isolate the assassin on the southeast corner of Echo 5. He tried to run away, whip back around. We got him. By the time the Victor got back in the fight, again, he was the last one left. So really, it was a story about controlling the high ground on that one.
Oh, definitely. Wow.
Perfect strikes on this one.
Yeah, perfect
Shanked.
strikes from 228.
Before the like real fighting started, our assassin was dropped to like 60 before because of 2 strikes. So that was
Yeah, I mean, I
really on
know the
point.
other guys we were like, all of us were like, oh my god, they're so balled up. Next strike, please, next strike. I think we were like fighting over it. I got like 2, like at least 4 hit strikes, and I know the other guys did too. So, your ball was tight and it was intimidating, and actually we were losing trades to it early. But yeah, story of strikes, man. Good fight.
Okay. And wow, that last fight on Canyon, just for that fight at Epsilon, holy smokes, what a brawl, what a fight. Um what was the mindset there, Kuya, for 228?
Yeah, so we were team 2. We saw them stack up Bravo Charlie. We knew it was going to most likely be a heavy Epsilon fight. So really it was about getting there, seeing what we could touch and getting good eyes, and then basically getting out and setting up. And for all intents and purposes, it did work out. I'm going to say according to plan, but it was definitely messy.
Mm-hmm.
We got there, we got early eyes. Aki made the call. They're all here. They're all here. And he was slightly panicked. We tried to figure out what he saw, but at that point we were just trying to run away. I was in the Phoenix Hawk. Aki was in a Vulcan. We tried to set up Delta 5, see if we couldn't get some trades coming in, but they moved in from the southwest corner of Delta 5 straight onto the Spire in the middle of Delta 5 very fast. So I probably got 2 alphas off before I had to ditch over to Charlie 5. And then from there, it turned into kind of a pub queue NASCAR. But the difference was Whiskey and Stranger were making really good calls as far as like, hey, I think they're whipping around our backside. Stop going right, turn left. So we would react to that. They saw that, started losing trades. They'd whip back around to our right, and we just kept. It was kind of whack-a-mole for a while there. I think we did a better job of establishing ourselves on the southwest corner of Delta 5, and really punishing them for being in the low ground on the eastern half of Delta 5. And from there, it was just good focus fire. I think side torsos. With a few components down, we got a little aggressive and started going for it.
Okay, thank you. And general combo. Wow, that was quite a fight from your team, but it seemed like you were losing quite a bit on the trading side. It was really unfortunate for that Vulcan to get headshotted like that, but it seemed like it was more than that in the end. With this particular fight. Do you want to explain the particular situation you had going with that?
Yeah, the headshot was a nice highlight there for sure for the viewers. But regarding the whole strategy, indeed, we went for like medium epsilon with a heavy team. With a lighter team, we went for the Overwatch where we traded some hits. We tried to regroup and push around. It all went to bonkers when you guys have taken me in Vindicator pretty early on. So the Overwatch was pretty heavily damaged, and the lower heavier lance, the lower ground heavy lance, traded some hits here and there, but have not laid out enough DPS by that time. So for sure on the stream, looking at the percentages, we were at that point, which was like pretty early on. It was like 2 minutes into the fight, or even 1 minute into the fight. We were for sure much lower overall. Then you pushed us, right? You pushed us. I have noticed that, and this is like purely my mistake. This was one of the first time I was commanding, so I have to say big sorry to my team. But I tried to play a bit of NASCAR when I noticed that our mechs are a bit faster, and we tried to push around this hill on Delta 5, where you were pushing as well, right? Like you were going to the southeast. We tried to push to northwest, and I think that was the biggest mistake I have made. If we would turn around and go for the DPS, as we had much more DPS mechs. You had like 2 mechs, I believe, on heavy gauss, which are known for like headshots and good opening parts and focus fire, right? But on the PS side, we would have won. We had won this engage, right? So I would say that that was the biggest mistake, and I blame myself for it. If we would turn around south and fight for you, even if you had even if you had high ground, right? The DPS was on our side, even though we had lost 1 mech by that time. I believe we could put up much bigger fight, but we were scattered too much, and you just finished us off. So
Yeah, I agree. It definitely would have been significantly closer, and it was actually intimidating, especially with the 2 bushwhackers. Yeah, it was tight there. Like the numbers don't really tell the story of that game. It could it definitely could have swung another way. It was just it was about decision matrices and picking the right if and then.
Yeah, it seemed like 228 had a little bit more experience in the skirmishing aspects of a big brawl situation, while FURIA definitely tried with their actually as I recollect, FURIA was quite strong in the European division, and again, not a total disappointment in any of the matches. I'd say very very exciting match. I'd say. Thank you both team captains. Is there any last words you would like to say for our audience on perhaps a recruitment message or something in towards the European time zone or more North American slogans here?
Great match, great playing. General, as far as I'm concerned, that could have been your 20th. Like you commanded like a veteran. You guys did a great job. 3-2. It's close. The scores don't really show how close that was.
yeah, thanks. And from my end, I would like to very much thank you for a great game. Like I believe this was the closest game we had. Like we had previously in this tournament, few stomps we did. We were stomped like a time or two, but this was like super close. Also, I would like to thank you for adjusting the time zone. Like we played finally at a normal hour, where usually previously we played like 3 or 4 a.m. Right now we are as we speak, it's almost midnight. So this is like normal time. So thank you also for that. And
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
We have European players as well, so it works out better for some of our guys.
yeah, perfect. And for the viewers, guys, enjoy. Keep on watching. The MVO is it's the second life. Like tournaments like that, from my perspective, is the second life for MVO. Like yeah, the game is still running hot, so enjoy. I would like to also thank all my team for staying with me, even as I screwed up a few things. So yeah, sorry for that.
Thank you. And have a good night, General Combo, and good afternoon, Kuya, that you're in North America, I believe.
Yup. Bye forever.
Are
Bye bye.